I didn't have the luxury of being able to read the full script as Aldis here. I just had, a couple audition scenes, but some
They were
pages,
good pages.
but they were amazing pages. Let me tell you.
Apparently, somebody told him I wasn't trying to do TV. I said, I don't know who told you that, but they need to get fired ASAP because I'm down.
If you're paying attention, he just dropped some serious hints for you to figure out what's going on. Like, just do that for yourself, and you'll be like, oh, he told me everything in that.
Girl's missing.
Multiple victims are connected to this.
And you know this how?
It's doing this thing. This is where it all started.
Have you always been this good?
You're not in my head. Oh, I'm definitely living rent-free.
I suppose first off, it would be great to get a sense of how this came together for both of you and how it came to you and what appealed to you about the show so much.
Oh, man. So for me, it came down to a conversation between Ben Watkins, our show creator, and I. And granted, when they were looking for who fit the bill on this one, Ben said that I was the idea of crossing his head. But when he started looking, and asking around about me, apparently somebody told him I wasn't trying to do TV. I said, I don't know who told you that, but they need to get fired ASAP because I'm down. But when I read the script, I only got like about 15 pages into the script before I put it down and I hit my team and I said, look, man, I need to meet Ben because this is brilliant. This is awesome. Obviously, I finished reading the script, but I was so excited about it. I was like, no, I'm good. Let's jump on it. So we met, we talked about the ambitions we had for the show in terms of running the show, on the producing side, taking care of our people, what kind of show we wanted to put out to the audience. And then from there, it was just, smooth sailing,
I would say I didn't have the luxury of being able to read the full script as Aldis here. I just had, a couple audition scenes, but some pages,
good pages,
but they were amazing pages. Let me tell you. So I had this scene that Alice is going through some stuff at the time, and Samson has to come in and explain to him, like, look, you've got this going on, you got this going on. The real problem is you're not giving you when we're outside on the porch.
Oh,
yeah. What you're not doing is you're not giving yourself time to convalesce, to relax, to kind of get back into life. You're letting this case you're dealing with, you're letting that control everything. And when I read that scene, I was just like, wow, that really like shows this deep care for this other character. And I try not to get too excited because sometimes when you read stuff and you really like it, you might blow it because you're trying too much or you're doing whatever. So I just read it, with as much, care in the heart that I could. And, Ben saw something and then, brought me in for a chemistry read. And as you can see, chemistry was terrible.
Horrible.
It was horrible. So from that point on, things worked out. We got together, we talked, we hung out, and I think that what you see on screen, the brotherhood that you see, is genuine off screen as well.
Exactly.
And what was each of your backgrounds with the books? Had you read them at all, and did you sort of come to them after joining the show?
I mean, I hadn't at the point of jumping on, I definitely knew about the character. I hadn't read the books yet. I've since read the books now, but I hadn't read the books. I just knew of the world. Obviously, the magnitude of this character is massive. I knew, the work from Mr. Freeman with his depictions, but that was from childhood. So I came to it basically with a pretty clean slate. And honestly, I enjoyed that approach to it because I had nothing to sort of structure my perspective at that point in terms of my approach to it. The two conversations of research that I had going into this was one with Ben Watkins, and then the second one was with James Patterson, asking him about his intention behind creating the character, what motivated him, and what was important to him that be reflected about the character. And once I knew the mind of the maker, I understood how to really step into these shoes.
I played on a football team one time in NFL Europe, and we would travel around to different cities and whatnot. And there was like 5 books that we had that we would pass between each other. It was the Lord of the Rings trilogy, The Godfather, and Kiss the Girls. So we would do that. And so I remember reading it back then, but again, I was a lot younger, so I was way more into Lord of the Rings, another Prime show. Yeah, exactly. So I was familiar with it, but I,
Yeah.
you know, once I got the job, I became a lot more familiar with the books because
Yeah.
I like to do my homework.
I've since started, I've since began reading the books, and they're good. I
Yeah,
understand why we are
yeah.
where we are today. They're good. Yeah, James gets down.
And what do you think is the benefit of telling a story, a completely new story, I suppose, for fans of the books as
Oh
well?
man, the benefit. So what people will learn is that every season, these seasons aren't based on the books, right? They are new mysteries, new characters, new villains. With obviously your staple characters, your Cross, your Samson. You know what I mean. The benefit is that we get to create a world that stands as an asset to the cross universe as it is. So people get the books, and then when they come to the series, they get an extension of the world that they love and know. And we get to create these magnanimous characters that really are truly inspired. They're creative. There's depth to them. A lot of mystery going on, but we get the freedom to play and create how we do as artists. Uh, Always celebrating the fabric and the foundation of the books, and we get to give the audience kind of like, again, the final full experience that they want to get out of the world of Cross that they love so much.
I think they complement each other, whereas like the books can kind of introduce you to the characters in the world, but our show will fill in any gap, you know, and create new things that you never even thought. Like, oh, I had no idea Samson was like that. I had no
Yeah,
idea that Alex was like that. Like it create this world that is fully fleshed out and breathed into.
yeah.
And are you able to set up the case a little bit for this season and why it was that this story is so compelling
Oh,
to
you want spoilers, huh?
Spoilers. How do we
Okay.
set this up? So, there's definitely a serial killer that has to kill in a very, very specific way. Um, and then once we start getting on the case, we start realizing that this person is connected and protected in ways where we're going to have to break down some serious barriers to get close to this person. And it challenges not only our skill set as detectives, but it actually challenges our relationship as brothers in arms on this.
Okay, so once you see the whole series and everything, whatever, go back to this interview and listen to what he just told you, because he just dropped. If you're paying attention, he just dropped some serious hints for you to figure out what's going on. Like, just do that for yourself, and you'll be like,
Same.
"Oh, he told me everything in that." Like, but he just dropped them though. Like,
Everything and nothing at all. That's right. That's right. Because I'm thinking.